Let's try something a bit more in 6 or 3 or something. Okay, so this is one of my favorite grooves actually. I do in loads of different ways, but 2 bass drums, then 2 slaps over here, then I'll slap with my right hand, then 2 slaps with the left hand. Okay, so this is really fascinating as well, because what this shows you is the connection between the shuffle and African 6/8. So people say that the blues comes from African music, and it's not that obvious when you listen to the blues. It's not that obvious with all of it, and then you listen to African music, I know it's a very broad term, but the connection is not immediate. And there's all kinds of historical and social reasons for that, which are very fascinating. I want to read about what happened to Africans brought over to North America, and the difference when they were taken to South America, and the difference in the way they were treated, and the difference in how that affected the music, because in South America they were allowed to keep musical instruments and stuff. So there's an obvious connection between Brazilian music, for example, and African music. You can hear the similarity straight away. But in North America, slave owners realized that they split up the tribes so they couldn't kind of communicate and rebel. And so what would happen was tribes would communicate with their fellow tribe members, even if they're on another plantation, by using drums to communicate. And so the slave owners took the drums away. And that created a disconnect between what we hear in African music and what we hear in the blues. And obviously that's also maybe quite a strong reason why the blues exists at all. So the first thing you might ever have learned on the guitar might have been, it's still cool. You should do that every day just to remind yourself how awesome you are. Okay, and that rhythm is this. Let me think, I'll do it like. And that's called a shuffle. Okay, turn my reverb off for this bit. Now all we need to do to turn that into African 6/8 is add one magic beat, one magic little beat, and it comes right in the middle of the bar. It goes here. So instead of this, do go da ga da da da, then we have do da go da go do da go da. And you can hear straight away. Here's the shuffle. It's Senegal. So somewhere in the DNA of the blues, there does live that African rhythm. That's where the shuffle comes from. To me, that's fascinating. It's nothing to do with Total Guitar Magazine. So let me show you how to play that. So there's loads of ways you could do that. I'll show you a way where we can bring in some music as well. So I'll do 2 slaps over here, 2 with my left hand, 2 here. And those are all just slaps on the strings. You could do this on electric guitar. I'll bring in that extra beat as well. So you can do it just with a thing there, or I can do a little, what drummers call a flam, where you do 2 little beats to make the sound of 1 beat. By using my fingers and then my thumb. We can really easily add some music to that. Just play a chord. So every so often, instead of muting the strings, just turn it into a chord, something that you can do with 1 finger. And it doesn't matter what tuning you're in, really. So. Let's add some other stuff. Instead of doing this, let's slap harmonics. So just bouncing the strings off the 12th fret or the 19th fret. Let's try one more thing. So instead of just slapping, let's add more notes to my chord. So just figure something out. Okay, so there we go. I found something that sounds like music. So, so we have. Let's put it together. So there you go, completely different approach to percussive guitar.